Because the title of chapter is about molecules. Okay, so means that is the title of the chapter. So beta, basically here we're gonna study about the matter or the states of matter, and beta we're gonna study about three states of matter: solid, liquids, and gases. We're gonna study about the properties of those, and basically how we explain those properties. Okay, beta. Got it or not? No, beta. So scientists have developed a model which actually explains the properties of solids, liquids, and gases. Okay, and that is called kinetic theory. Getting my point? So let's start off with the very basic thing, which I think we know three. We're gonna study about three states of matter and the properties of those three states. I think you all are already familiar with. Okay, so beta, we know matter exists. Basically, we're gonna I'm gonna discuss three very common states. The three states of matter are what? Give it a solid,
Solid, liquid, gas.
liquid, yes. Okay. Okay, and but a very common example of all matter exists in these three states: solid, liquid, and gas. A very common example of is solid state. Okay, what ice is the solid state of water? Water is liquid state, and steam, that is gas state of the water or gaseous state of the water. So beta, we see all these three states of water around us every day, right? And beta, also we know that the solid, it can change into liquid. Okay, when solid changes into liquid, what is that called? Beta, what is that called?
Melting.
Shabash, that is called melting. Similarly, beta, when liquid changes into gas, what is that called?
Condensing.
No, no, no. Liquid changes into gas. Liquid
Boiling.
can change in boiling. Okay.
Evaporation.
Similarly, beta, gas changes into liquid, and that state change is called what?
Condensation.
Shabash. Beta, this is basic, very basic. You already know, na? That's why I'm just going through the query. And when liquid changes into solid, what is
Freezing.
that called? Freezing, or that is called solidification, right? Right now, beta, we're gonna discuss the properties of solids, liquids, and gases. So, what are the properties of solids, liquids, and gases? Okay. Beta, we know that the solids have, Shabash, beta, solids have a, G beta,
So
definite.
solids have a fixed shape.
Yes, you can say fixed or definite. The same, they mean same, right? Solids have a definite shape and they have a definite shape and volume, right? Right or wrong?
Right, sir.
Okay. And beta, another property of solid. Okay, beta.
Sir, it vibrates quickly on its position.
We, no, no. Basically, that's about the atoms or molecules. We'll discuss about that later. Right now, we're just discussing the properties of solids. Like, if you're solid, it's in front of you. What you can observe about the solid. Okay, means if you look around you, there will be many things, many examples of solid around you. So we just discuss the properties. So we know that they have a definite shape and volume. Beta, solids don't flow. Okay, means obviously they have a definite shape, means they don't flow, right? So just basically it's the same point. And beta, they are not easily compressible also, right? Not easily compressible. And beta, they also have high density, right? High density. Okay, beta. Beta, these properties clear. Now liquids. Let's talk about the properties of the liquids. Shabash, beta. What will tell the properties of liquid, Shabash? Who will tell the properties of liquids?
Sir, they have a definite volume but no
Sir,
definite shape.
they take the
They
shape of a
flow.
container.
Shabash. Shabash. Very good. Very good. So beta liquids. Liquids have have definite volume but no definite shape, right? So they have definite volume but no definite shape. Beta liquids take the shape of the container, right? They
don't have definite.
Yeah, they do not have definite shape. They take the shape. Of their container. I think someone just said they don't have definite volume. They have definite volume. I just wrote it here. They have a definite volume but no definite shape. They take the shape of their container. Okay, beta. And liquids, they flow. They can flow easily. We know liquids flow. Also, they don't have definite shape, so they flow easily. And beta, they are also not easily compressible. Liquids are also not easily compressible. Like solids, they are not compressible. Okay, and beta, also about the density, liquids also have high density. Okay, or their densities are also high. They also have high density. Okay. Next beta, gas or gases. Beta, they have.
Sir, they do not have definite volume nor definite
Shabash.
shape. They take the shape of a container.
They have neither definite shape nor definite volume. So they have neither definite shape nor neither a definite shape nor a definite volume. Okay, beta now. Neither definite shape nor definite volume. Beta, they take the shape of. They take the shape of whole of the container. Okay. It means they fill the container they are in, so they don't have any definite volume, they do not have any definite shape. They take the shape of whole of the container. Okay, beta. And beta, gases, they also flow. And beta, liquids and gases are called fluids, okay, because of their ability to flow. They flow. And beta, they are easily compressible. Gases are easily compressible. Okay, and beta, they have low density. Okay, so beta, these are the basic properties of solid, liquid, and gases, and I think they're very basic, and everyone already know that. Beta, am I right about it or no?
Yes, sir, right.
So beta, we discussed the basic properties. So is it all clear? Ji beta?
Yes, sir, clear.
Now, beta, basically we have to explain these properties. So scientists have basically developed a model that explains the properties of or behavior of the solid, liquids, and gases. And beta, what is that called? You know, that's called kinetic theory. Yeah, kinetic model, or you can say kinetic theory. So kinetic theory of a matter. And beta, what is that theory? What is the main point of this theory? Beta, it says that all the matter is made up of what?
Small
जी बेटा,
particles named called atoms.
जी बेटा, matter is made up
Sir, why
of,
don't they teach us about plasma?
better because that's not in your syllabus. Okay, you'll not study at this stage. Maybe later on you'll study about that in A levels maybe. Okay, matter is made up of tiny particles. And beta, what are those tiny particles?
Atoms.
Atoms, or you know, atoms, group of atoms to call together molecules. So atoms or molecules, right? Atoms or molecules. And which are those atoms or molecules? This is a very important point. They are always in motion. Jupiter,
Yes, sir.
which are,
In solids, they vibrate.
yeah, we will discuss about their motion as well, which are constantly in motion. So beta, the atoms or molecules in the matter, they are moving, right? So they have what? They have kinetic. जी बेटा, they have kinetic energy.
Energy.
Okay, so beta, obviously, so this is where this theory gets its name. So this is very important. They all are moving, that they have some sort of kinetic energy. So that's basically kinetic theory of matter. That's important point. Now beta, now we will explain the properties of solids, liquids and gases on the basis of beta this theory, or what is the kinetic or molecular model of solid, liquids and gases, right? Okay, what is the molecular model of solids, liquids and gases, and see how does it explain. Basically beta, all those points are summarized here in this table. Okay, we'll discuss that. So beta, this is molecular model. Molecular model, okay. Molecular model of solid, liquids and gases. So beta, basically in solids, the molecules are tightly packed together, right? They are and they are arranged in regular rows. Okay, so first of all, solid molecules are in regular pattern, which is known as lattice. Okay, that's why solids have basically definite shape and definite size. So molecules are arranged, their molecules are basically held in fixed positions. Okay, molecules are held in fixed positions, and beta, molecules are also held very tightly together. They are very close together, right? And beta, the attractive intermolecular forces, or simply you can say the forces of attraction or intermolecular forces or of attraction, are very strong, and they hold the molecules in fixed position, right? And beta, the molecules are what? Tightly packed. Okay, they are very close together. Understood? And beta, see, molecules are very close to one another, and thus are not basically, thus the solids are not compressible. Okay, thus are not compressible. Now beta, this is basically what is the molecular model of solid. In solid, the molecules are tightly packed together in a regular pattern known as lattice, right? Getting my point or not? So beta, if we just summarize this whole, what is the molecular model of solid? So, or how kinetic theory explains that, beta. So beta, um, in solid, the molecules are tightly packed together in regular pattern, which is, or regular rows, which is, regular pattern is called lattice. And beta, the forces of attraction between the molecules are very strong. Okay, okay, beta. The forces of attraction between the molecules are very. Ji beta, can you hear me? The forces of
Yes, sir.
attraction between the molecules of the solid are very
Very
strong,
strong.
and beta, so molecules are very close to one another, and so, and beta, see what happens, molecules just vibrate about fixed position. In solid, the molecules, they just vibrate. Beta, what happens, they just vibrate about fixed position. It means solids and solid molecules are not moving freely. Okay, they just vibrate about fixed positions. So better now, due to this, since the molecules, look, why does have solid definite shape and definite volume? Because of what? Because the molecules are held in fixed positions. Okay, and better what holds them in fixed positions? Because molecules, they're not moving. So molecules are held in fixed position, right? And they're held in regular rows or pattern, which is called lattice. So due to this, the solids have a definite shape and definite volume. Beta, got it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, beta, we discussed that solids are not solids do not flow because the molecules of the solid are held in fixed position. They do not flow as well, right? Now, why the solids are not easily compressible? Beta, see, in solids the molecules are very tightly packed together, so they are very close to one another. Okay, they are like touching in another, so there are no spaces between them. So they cannot get any closer together. When means compressing a solid means, so when solid is compressed means the molecules should get closer together, so the separation between the molecules decreases, right? But in solid, they are already very close to each other, so there are no spaces between them. So when the solid is compressed, right, means there are no spaces where the molecules can molecules cannot get any further closer because they are already closer, they are touching each other, right? So that's why solids are also not easily compressible. Beta, now these property and last property, beta, solids have high density. Beta, since the molecules are closer together, so beta, in a unit volume there would be more molecules, right or wrong? Right or wrong?
Right, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
beta, more molecules in a unit volume means the density is higher. Is that clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, beta, in liquids, so how the particles or molecules are arranged? Beta, in liquids, the molecules are not arranged in any regular pattern. Means the arrangement is irregular. And beta, we will say they are loosely held together. Molecules are loosely held together, and beta, the intermolecular forces or the forces of attraction between the molecules, they are weaker than those in solid. So beta, those molecules are not strong enough to hold the molecules in position, fixed position, right? So molecules move among one another, or what we simply call molecules slip and slide, right? So molecules slip and slide, right, beta? Got it or not?
They have tendency to stick together.
Means they are like in a cluster or group of molecules, but they're still moving. Means they are not held in fixed position, right?
Yes.
And beta, here the molecules are slightly further away from one another, slightly, not much, okay? And then in solids and beta, they are also not molecules means the liquids are also not compressible, okay? Okay, compressible means here they cannot be pushed any closer together, okay? The molecules cannot be pushed closer together. Now, from this, do not get this notion that, you know, a single molecule cannot be compressed or expand. So better the size of a single molecule, it does not change, okay? It will not change, clear? When we say solid compresses, do not get that idea that the molecules get squeezed, molecules get smaller in size. No, that does not happen. Or when we say a substance expand, do not get this notion that it means the molecules expand, okay? Molecules do not expand. Actually, what happens is separation between them that increases, okay? Okay, beta. Getting my point or not?
Yes, sir. I got your point.
So, beta, in liquids, the molecules are held or loosely packed together or loosely held together, okay? And the forces of attraction between the molecules are weak, okay? Means not as strong as in solids, but they are stronger than
In gas.
in gases, right? And
Yes,
so
sir.
the forces of attraction between the molecules of the liquid, beta, they are not strong enough to hold the molecules in fixed position, but they are still strong enough to hold the molecules together. Getting my point? Molecules are still held together, but not in fixed positions. Now, beta, so this explains the properties of liquids. Now, liquids have a definite See, beta, liquids have a definite
Volume.
Why? Because the molecules are still held together, right?
Yes, sir.
They do not have definite shape and flow because the molecules slip and slide over each other. Molecules are not in fixed positions.
Yes,
Clear?
sir.
Okay. Now, beta, why liquids are also not easily compressible? Because beta, the molecules are slightly further apart, but still not. They're still very close together, right? So
Yes,
that's why they means they do not have much spaces between them. So they can, so when they cannot be get any like closer to each other. So means there is not much separation or between them. So that cannot be separation between them cannot be decreased, right? Because they are
yes.
already close.
So they
And
cannot.
high density, because molecules are closer, so more number of molecules in a unit volume means high density. Clear, beta?
Yes, sir.
Now, beta, the molecular model of gas simple. In gases, the molecules are not in arranged in any particular order. The intermolecular forces are negligible. Okay, so now if the intermolecular forces or forces of protection between the molecules are negligible, it means they are far apart. Okay, and they move freely and randomly in all direction. Okay,
Yes,
so they are
yes,
freely, so they are moving everywhere in a container they are in. That's why they fill the container they are in. They do not have any fixed shape, right? And beta molecules are far apart from one another, so that's why they can easily they can easily move closer together. When a gas is compressed, the molecules get easily closer together, and that's why gases are easily compressible. Now beta, see, while gases do not have definite shape and volume, beta, because the molecules in gases are not held together. They are far apart from each other and they are moving freely in all directions, random directions, right? So the molecules, gases have a
yes,
random and free movement. So molecules are not together because the forces of attraction between the molecules are very weak or negligible, right? So the negligible or the very weak forces of protection between the molecules, basically they are not they are not able to hold the molecules together or hold the molecules in fixed position. That's why the molecules in the gases they move far, they move freely and randomly in all directions. Okay, so the gases do not have fixed shape nor fixed volume. Clear?
yes, sir.
Now, gases, I just explained how gases are easily compressible because the molecules are far apart from each other. So, means they can easily, when the gas is compressed, molecules can easily move, they actually get closer to each other. So now the gas takes less space, volume. So basically, takes less space, so its volume easily decreases. So gases are easily compressible, right? On the other hand, beta,
Yes,
so
sir.
if when the molecules are far apart in a unit volume, there would be beta in a unit volume. There would be
Sir, can you repeat?
beta when the molecules are far apart in a unit volume, there would be
Uh,
Indefinite volume.
no, there would be less number of molecules, more molecules or few molecules.
less number of molecules, sir.
So
Few.
less molecules in a unit volume means the density
Sir,
is
low.
low. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, beta, you also, so basically this diagram actually shows the arrangement of the molecule in solids, liquids, and gases. Okay. Can you
Yes,
see,
sir.
beta? See, in solids, the molecules are arranged in regular row, okay, pattern, okay. Here, the
Yes,
molecules are like they have random arrangement. They also have slipping and sliding motion, and gases far apart, moving randomly in all directions. So, beta, any doubt or confusion about it?
no, sir.
Beta, anyone? Shabash, if you have any doubt or confusion, if you want me to repeat anything, I can do that. Otherwise, we'll move on and we'll start our next topic, which is, by the way,
Sir, we can
Brownian.
start our new topic.
Sure, beta.
Yes, sir.
Now, beta, next we're gonna do is Brownian motion. Ji, beta, did someone say something?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now, beta, next we're gonna study Brownian motion, and you know, beta, Brownian motion was actually where does it get its name from? Beta, it gets its name from you know the from the scientist who actually discovered beta. Actually, Robert Brown was the scientist who discovered it. Okay, so beta Robert Brown was basically a botanist, and beta what was he doing? He was studying the pollen grains. He was studying the pollen grains in water or oil, right? And beta, you know what did he what did he found out when he viewed that from a microscope? Beta, what did he find out? He found out that the tiny pollen grains, they were moving.
Sir, they were moving and they were colliding with the much smaller air particles.
Okay, actually, the air particles cannot be seen, but what did he actually view? He just viewed. Actually, here, by the way, it was not air; it was the water molecules. Okay, okay.
Yes,
so,
sir.
what did he basically? The important thing is the finding. What did he find out? He found out that the pollen grains, they were moving. Okay, they had some random zigzag kind of motion, and beta, so this random zigzag motion is called Brownian motion. You know, it was named after him because he discovered it. And you know, beta, why it was so important? Why is it so important? Beta, because that was the first practical evidence. That was the first practical
evidence
of what?
of
molecules. That was the first practical evidence of the
molecules.
Shabash. Okay, and how it is the evidence of the molecules, we'll discuss that in a moment, beta.
Okay, sir.
So beta, first of all, this effect, what he actually discovered, can be shown in a simple experiment with the help of a simple experiment. And beta, how this experiment is usually carried out. Okay. Beta, so first I think we should define what Brownian motion is. What is Brownian motion?
Sir, it is the random jerky movement of dust or air particles with much smaller air or water particles.
Okay, so okay, the topic is Brownian motion, and so first let's better discuss the experiment. What is the similar experiment? Okay, so beta, this is the experiment. Beta, so beta, what we do, we take a glass box, okay, and beta, we fill that with the smoke. Means just light a matchstick or a burning matchstick is put inside the glass block, and then the glass block is covered with the lid, okay, or glass plate, right?
Yes, sir.
Now beta, and then when this is viewed with the help of a microscope, okay beta, we also basically place it close to our light, okay, and why it is used, I will also explain that in a moment. And beta, when we observe the smoke actually particle, okay, we have a glass, actually we have a glass flow, okay, so I'm showing here just a magnified view. So beta, actually what do we see? When it is viewed, we see tiny specks of, we see tiny bright specks, okay, tiny dots, you can say, okay, we see tiny dots inside, okay. So those tiny dots, by the way beta, what are those tiny dots?
They are air particles or dust particles.
No, we cannot see air particles even with the ordinary microscope. Molecules or atoms, they are so small that they cannot be seen with even a very powerful optical microscope. Okay, now electron microscope can be used to view them, but that's a different thing. But here, actually, when we view this view with the help of from this microscope, what do we see? Beta, we see tiny dots. By the way, what are those tiny dots? Those are the smoke particles. Okay, those are the smoke particles. So beta, when this is viewed with the help of a microscope, so those are smoke particles. And now beta, when there is viewed, basically they all are moving randomly, right? Okay, and beta, if we just focus on the movement of one smoke particle, okay, this here, If we just consider the motion of one particle, beta, what is that particle doing? That
Sir,
particle
is moving in all directions.
yes, that particle is basically okay. That particle basically is beta moving randomly, so it has. Let me just change the color.
Zigzag motion. Sir.
Yeah, so it has a zigzag and random means we cannot predict its direction, in what direction it will move in the means next, what direction it will take next. So it's
Yes.
a random zigzag motion, so it moves like this. So beta, basically this is Brownian motion. Clear beta? This is the experiment. And
Yes.
Any doubt or confusion about it?
No, sir.
So beta, I think that's enough for today, as the time is just over.